America in 1972, fighting a secret war in Laos against communist forces, and a very public war in North and South Vietnam.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. Gunfighter 82, projecting over Mumbai Pass.
Mumbai Pass, Laos, and Choke Point are the myriad of trails and roads that made up the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Heavily defended and not the place one wants to bail out, especially after you misbombed the area. Gunfighter 82, an F-4E crew has just been shot down by a surface-to-air missile, and the crew has ejected. The U.S. would never leave their down pilots behind. The combat search and rescue is saved from the fire. Not flying the modern jets today, but Korean War era propeller-driven aircraft. The venerable Douglas A-1 Skyraider, engine take punishment and deep fly, stay on station for hours and provide close air support with a weapons load equal to that of a B-17. The Air Force rescued A-1 Skyraiders flew with a call sign Sandy, and the sound of their 2,700 horsepower 18-cylinder engine was music to the ears of a downed pilot or anyone surrounded by enemies. Sandy's job was to secure an area and suppress the enemy, while the large HH-53 Jolly Green helicopters could fly in to pick up the survivors. In order to get the survivors out of the jungle environment of Southeast Asia, the Jollies would have to hold a hover while dropping a jungle penetrator down on a cable to winch the survivor back to the helicopter. Many times the survivors were assisted by parajumpers or PJs that were lowered by the penetrator. While the Jollies held this hover, they were unable to evade enemy fire and easy targets unless protected. A dangerous mission, and not all Jolly Greens return home after performing this heroic mission. One of our survivors now coming down on a parachute. Today's rescue is being coordinated by a forward air controller, a FAC call sign Nail 07. Though Sandy 1 is on the on-scene commander, FAC coordinates all available resources available to the rescue operation. Nail 07, right above you now, is flying a small and slow single-mission Cessna bird dog you see above. You must constantly maneuver to avoid not only the small arms fire, but large AAA or anti-aircraft, and there's plenty in this area. The enemy knows Nail is the bird dog, and he's coordinating the rescue, so he's not only an easy target, but a high-value one as well. He just laid down a smoke rocket marking the inbound platoon of a North Vietnamese Army regular moving in from the northwest. Nail is expediting today's rescue by calling in a nearby Huey, much closer than the Jolly Greens from Thailand, some 60 miles away. LUH-1 Huey is a symbol of the Vietnam War, a versatile workhorse. The Huey is escorted by a Bell AH-1 Cobra attack helicopter, armed with guns and rockets and ready to provide close air support. Nail will work with all available assets to not only let our survivors fall into enemy hands, or worse, but also rescue them.
Sandy 1 survivors, Gunfighter A2 Alpha and Bravo are authenticated. You have command. Platoon of NV-8 to the northwest, marked with white smoke.
Red smoke.
Approaching our down airmen out there. Bombs, strafing runs, napalm, 20mm cannons, otherwise known as 20 Mike Mikes. So far it looks like our H-1 Cobra attack helicopter has done a thorough job of keeping the bad guys at bay. on our side. Should be safe now to move in for the pickup. Here comes our Huey in now. You can see the red smoke that has been popped out there, locating the downed airman, the Huey, in a hover and a skid landing. And Alpha 2 gets on board.
Coming out. Standing, Cobra, give me cover. Proceeding for Alpha pickup.
Huey is off to pick up another survivor against Alpha. Once again, the A-1 Cobra providing cover for the departing Huey. A happy ending to this successful rescue. Not all ended that way. The bravery of these facts, Helo crews, Skyraider pilots was legendary, and many thank them for their lives. Fitting tribute to the heroic rescuers of the Vietnam War, where they did duty in the face of an unpopular war and risked their lives so that others may live. Flying the A-1 Bird Dog, famed Alaska Bush pilot Merrill Wynn from the Heritage Flight Museum in Bellingham, Washington. The A-1 Skyraider that had a chip light and had to land was flown by Alan Anders from the Heritage Museum in Bellingham, Washington. And from the Olympia Flight Museum, Olympia, Washington, Brian Reynolds flying the AH-1 Cobra attack helicopter. And also from the Olympia Flight Museum, Chief Warrant Officer Mike Rutledge from the 160th SOAR JDLM flying the Huey. What a nice round of applause for all the participants in our Vietnam recreation. Here is the Huey, Chief Warrant Officer Mike Rutledge, followed by the AH-1. Final attack by the AH-1.
Those are the guys? You like that? You like food?
Here they come, our Vietnam recreators. In the lead, the A-1 or the L-19 Bird Dog. Pyro today provided by the commemorative Air Force blasters. First-hand experiencing the noise and excitement of simulated ground explosion and special effects pyrotechnics. The well-timed and highly choreographed demonstrations are performed by a unit of the commemorative Air Force with headquarters in Midland, Texas. Today, members of the field, David Linebarger from Midland, Texas, Gina Linebarger, also from Midland, Ryan Linebarger from Midland, and Bruce Dale from Gardendale, Texas.
Passing out money?
I like money. No.
There's John Platt taxing out in the Air National Guard, MSX.
You can buy one that's more expensive.
Tim Jarvis up here to tell you all about John Platt and that marvelous Made in America airplane, all composite. Strong, agile, and fast is the MSX.
About the gay bar? Didn't you know that Dad and Rick were gay?
You're gay? No. I keep that on the wrap. About us and Hawaii? Oh, that was hilarious.
It is good.
We went out, we rented the
Oh, God. Yeah, Wednesday.
for our